All right, as y'all know, Kim and I, we had talked about possibly putting some cabinets or some drawers underneath here to allow access. We have seen some others that did actually put the cabinet or put the drawer under there, but we felt if we did that, we're actually going to lose a lot of space. By the time you put the drawer guides and build it up and do it all, there really isn't a whole lot of room with this particular rig. Maybe some of you, if you got any ideas of what you do with yours. But so we decided not to do any construction because we'd probably lose space, and we didn't want to do it. We also had talked about doing on the back, also underneath there, so where we were going to do similar thing, an access door. But not only would, by doing that, we figured the kids, when they get up and down into the bunkhouse, they would probably step on it and break the door off. So we kind of X-nayed on all the construction projects. So instead, we're just going to concentrate on a little bit of upgrades and little simple things that anyone could really do without any kind of handyman or any kind of experience, carpentry experience. One little upgrade that Kim wanted me to add, we're going to add a little towel rack on the inside. We're going to put it, it's going to go probably, we're thinking maybe somewhere around in this area right here. Instead of us not having the towels hung up always on the hang-ups or on the hooks, so that way we can have a towel rack ready to go. So probably one of the first things I thought about is, once I started to do this, to make sure that it's level. One key thing you may want to do is make sure that you level your RV. We're doing it here in our driveway, and so I realized our driveway had a slope, and otherwise you would have put the towel rack, it would have been at an angle. So just kind of a first step. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing. You can pick this like a towel rack like this up anywhere at Walmart, Amazon, any of those places. Does that come with screws? Okay. It looks to be fairly cut and dry. It's got a couple screw holes that's on it to mount it. It's got a little place to put up on top, so let's go ahead and do that. Has a couple little application, either to go in drywall, a little plastic piece to either go in the drywall, but since we're actually going into the sideboard, it'd probably be good to try to find one of the studs that we go into. Okay, so we're gonna look at probably gonna have it probably around this area. What do you think, hon? Think that's probably good? It's hollow here, but there is a stud that's right here. So I think as long as we get it in one stud, as long as we get it in one stud, it should be okay. I'm gonna get I think I'm going to put the plastic anchor in, since it is hollow. But I am going to at least mark the hole. Because otherwise, if I just do the screw with it only being the paneling, well, actually, it might actually hold. Yeah, I think it'll work.
I think so.
It'll do our needs. Looks like there's even room to put some more towels. Maybe.
Maybe.
But that holds our 4 towels.
Yeah.
All right. The next little upgrade that we're going to do is we're going to install the Level Mate Pro. So I picked this up online. I think it's from Logic Blue. This has kind of come highly recommended from a lot of people in the community. Have installed this. It definitely makes leveling a lot easier, and whenever you go pull into a spot, you're able to look at it from your phone and do all that. So seems to be pretty simple. So we're going to kind of unbox it. Pretty much inside, all you have is you got the unit that you mount, that you install. Looks like it has a battery, and then a couple screws. First first thing you gotta do is you're gonna want to download the app, is what it says. You can scan the QR code and either go to the Play Store or go to your Apple Store. So that'll be the first thing you do. As you go and download, it'll go through the setup instructions of everything that you need to do. Okay, probably one of the first things that you're going to need to do, because the app, once you download the app, it actually recognizes. So we're going to go ahead and put the battery in. Okay. So the directions say remove the cover and put the battery with the plus sign facing up. Well, easier said than done. Okay, now we're going to turn, there's a little switch on the bottom side. You'll turn it on. Then it says go through the app. Want to connect to a new Level Mate Pro? Yes. So here you'll enter in all you go ahead and register all your information that you have here. So, okay, so once you enter in everything, you go ahead, it says registration successful. Then you go ahead and hit continue to the wizard. You want to choose what type that you have, whether it's a fifth wheel, pop-up, Class A, depending on whatever type. We have a travel trailer, so we're going to choose next. It says temporary mount the Level Mate Pro using removable glue strips. Put in your tow vehicle a few feet from the normal towing position. Sit in the driver's seat of the tow vehicle and tap check signal. Here's going to check the signal of the Bluetooth from the actual unit. You can choose whether you're going to install it on the right or the left. On our vehicle, we're going to install it on the right. So next. Okay, this is a real key step. You need to measure from the tongue to your back wheel, the length of it. So once we get this measurement, we'll go ahead and put that information in here. Alright, so now you got to determine, first before you select this, you need to determine where you're going to put your Level Mate Pro, where you're actually going to install it. We originally were going to install it inside of a cabinet and everything, but after looking at the options, it's basically saying where is the direction that this is actually installed in. So we're going to do the label facing front, and I'm going to show you why here in a little bit. But the measurement display will either be in 1/2 inch or 1/4 of an inch, so it could be as minute of a 1/4 inch off. We're going to leave it standard at 1/4 of an inch. Okay, we want to make sure it says to make sure that everything is level prior to doing it. Level your RV with the traditional bubble level, which the RV is already level. Then once RV is level, then go ahead and get everything all set up and then step outside. Alright, where I'm going to actually install mine, I was going to install it up high up above the door so it's not interact, but you want to be able to have it because you got to be able to go in and turn the on and off switch. So where I decided to kind of install mine was probably somewhere right around here. That way you can open up the door, reach in, turn the on and off switch, and then that way it'll be it's out of mind, out of sight, and it's facing towards the front. Okay, so now we're doing the last little bit hung there. So that's kind of where we're going to put ours, so you have access to on and off switch from the door. Okay, once you have it all level, you go ahead and hit the set level, and the level set is success. Now it gets into actually setting up and using it with the app on your phone. So that's pretty much all there is really to doing for the Level Mate Pro. So hopefully it works out well for us. All right. Next little issue or problem that we have is, and many of you may run into this, that inside your wardrobe areas, it's really dark in the back, and you really can't see what's in there, especially if you have things that are in the back. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to probably install, I picked up some of these LED lights also. So let's just take a look. These are motion detector, and they got a little motion detector LED that's on the back, and then it has a magnetic strip that'll just kind of mount up there. So you take the magnet and you'll mount it to where you're going to go, and then this little dude will kind of go up there. So pretty self-explanatory. But so first thing you got to do is you got to install the batteries. Alright, so where I've kind of decided to install this, kind of put it right here on the inside. That way the magnet can also kind of hold it, and it'll hold it right here on this ledge. So just like so. Now it should kind of light up in your area. So what kind of solutions are that you guys have come up with to kind of provide some lighting and everything in your closet area? So this is kind of an idea, and then one thing you need about this, since it's motion activated, it'll go off in 30 seconds. But you go in there, and then when you stick your hand in the closet, then it comes on. So, but that's it for installing the lighting inside our closets. All right, the next little lighting upgrade that we're going to do, picked up these little puck lights. One of the problems that Kim was always talking about that we had was the lights underneath here. But one of us wants to sit up reading. Those are really bright to shine down. So we want to kind of install these little puck lights underneath, probably kind of give a little bit of lighting, just enough soft light so it doesn't disturb the other ones. So these are held up with command strips. So this little kit I think I picked up at Lowe's for, I don't know what, $13 or $14 or something like that, 12 bucks up at Lowe's, and it has batteries and command strips and everything included with it. So, all right, so that's what we're gonna do next. So now we will just install this with the command strip, and there's a little screw. You can install the screw in the center. With it going down the road, the weight, I would probably, kind of recommend that. So if you decide to do these, not that I don't trust the command strips, but and like that, nice little reading light. So that provides enough light. So if you want to read and it don't disturb the other person. All right. So the next little upgrade project that we're going to do is we're actually going to install some shelving, kind of shelving. What we did is we picked up some of the the regular metal shelving. You can go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and Lowe's they'll cut it for you for whatever your size that you have, your dimension. They'll cut your dimensions and everything for you for free. So we're going to put these kind of shelving. We're going to put this inside the cabinet to add an additional shelf to give us a little bit more space on the inside. So, of course, like many of one of the problems that you kind of run into, you can't really put screws or anything in the side because it's got the real thin kind of paneling kind of board. So any screw of any length was going to poke out and stick that. So the best thing probably, which a lot of people in the community that they use, is command strips. Command strips, as y'all know, is everybody's best friend of hanging up things on the wall or anything else. Command strips work really good. So I think we're going to try these command strips with the hooks. These will go ahead and we're just going to have like the hooks, and then hopefully when we get the shelf in there, the shelves will kind of hang from the hooks. That's kind of the plan that we're going to do on the inside. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the problems, like on many of the travel trailers, in the front where the bed usually is, it's usually angled, so it actually sits really deep. I mean, we can't even reach all the way on the inside. So we actually got the little totes that we'll have. We'll put the little tote that we have in there up at the front, so we can store things in there and able to pull it out. But we're also going to put the shelf. I'm going to probably put the shelf with the lip. Instead of traditionally, the lip would be hanging down so people can hang clothes or hang stuff from it. But we're actually going to put the lift going up, because I think that'll probably provide a little bit better when traveling.
So here's a question for the community. What is your must-have upgrade that you love, that you need to tell everybody, like, you need to do this? Share it with us.
Yeah, please put the comments. If you guys like seeing us do these kind of goofy things or upgrades or anything like that, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And that way you can get any other updates when we do future projects. And please don't forget to hit that notification bell at the bottom. If you hit that notification bell when we post new videos, you'll be able to see that as well. So, but yeah, definitely some comments. You know, what have y'all used? What kind of things have you people in the community have used to hang shelves or do stuff like that? All right, so now we're gonna mark it. We're gonna go and get these in place. Put it like so. Here we go. Pretty close to something like that. So just now have to get the back one in. This makes it a little difficult with being real deep and real far. This is a little bit difficult and you got to stretch to kind of get in here, but as you can see, it's far enough back. So let me get that little back one in. All right, there's that final one, and looks like pretty level. So that looks pretty good. So that's finally what it looks like on the inside. What do you think, hon? Take a look.
Aw, it's cute.
Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Reach in there and get your stuff?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
You put this back in?
Yeah, put your little tote back in. Kim was playing camera person all day. So just in case you guys have missed seeing Kim.
Yeah.
I had to get her a little bit on camera.
Because I always have difficulties. Oh, yeah.
Does that work better?
Yeah. Put stuff up here. And this. You can hang.
All right, the next upgrade that we're going to do the same thing that we did in our cabinet. Kim decided that the kids need a little bit extra shelf, so we're going to install a shelf. The same type thing. We're going to install the shelf right up in here. So that way we'll do the same thing with the command strips, and we'll go from there. So, all right. So now we're getting down to our very last one, and there we go. So there's what our end result that we had. So we put 2 other additional shelves in the cabinet. All right, let's go on to the next upgrade.
I had some ideas, and I'm so excited. I got 3 of them. Tension rods. I put them in the fridge, so that way when we go down the road, food won't fly out when you open the fridge.
Good. Yeah.
And then when you're there, you can take them off. And then I kind of put one here, because it felt like everything we put behind kept falling off.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive.
Simple little upgrades
Yeah.
you can do.
We'll let you know if it works.
All right.
Our next upgrade, we have to include Camper Kitty. She's our beloved pet, and so we saw this, I think, on Pinterest. We got rope. What do you think we're gonna do? You're right. We're gonna make a scratching post with the legs under here. There's 2 of them, and we're just gonna put on the back one, and hopefully she becomes a more happier kitty.
So we're going to utilize a little scratching post.
Yes.
Make scratching post.
And we're just going to use a little bit of hot glue to start off, and then periodically through up. That way it's easier to take off, because we're probably going to have to replace it, you know. But let's see how it works out.
All right, let's work on it. All right, so I would probably say we're going to put some tape just kind of around it just to get it started. So you can use some electrical tape or something. Now, I really don't know what I'm doing on this. I'm only kind of guessing. So hopefully that does kind of work. But we're going to put some tape, and then we're going to put a little bit of glue that we have on there, just so that way the end of it stays. All right, there you go. Now got a scratching post, so once the glue all sets up, we will just have to take off the tape and it'll be good.
Okay guys, it has been cleaned and remodeled. So let's check out the final results.